Do your feet ever feel like they're falling asleep, even when you're wide awake? Maybe a tingling sensation, pins and needles, or just a strange numbness that makes it hard to get comfortable or even walk sometimes. It's frustrating, isn't it? That feeling can truly impact your daily life, making simple tasks feel difficult and robbing you of restful sleep. You might have tried different things to help, maybe stretching, special shoes, or even various remedies. But sometimes the discomfort just lingers. What if something you're eating, something you might even think is healthy, could actually be making that numbness worse? It's a surprising truth that the foods we choose can have a profound impact on how our nerves feel, especially the sensitive ones in our feet and hands. While fruits are generally wonderful for us, packed with vitamins and fiber, certain ones, eaten in certain ways or amounts, might be counterproductive if you're dealing with nerve discomfort. In this video, we're going to uncover 6 specific fruits that could be contributing to that frustrating numbness and tingling in your feet, and what you can do about it. Learning which ones to be mindful of could be a game changer for your comfort. Stick with me until the very end, because there's a simple idea that ties all this together and could make a big difference. Let's dive right into the first few fruits that might be giving your feet a harder time than they need to. We often think of fruit as nature's candy, and in many ways it is, full of natural sweetness and beneficial compounds. But that sweetness, in concentrated forms, can be the very thing that irritates sensitive nerves. Think about grapes for a moment. Small, easy to pop in your mouth, and often eaten in clusters, while they offer antioxidants and hydration. Grapes are quite high in sugar, specifically fructose. When you eat a large serving of grapes, especially on their own, that natural sugar can hit your bloodstream relatively quickly. For someone dealing with nerve sensitivity, often linked to conditions like diabetes, or simply age-related changes in circulation and nerve function, these quick sugar spikes can be problematic. It's not just about major blood sugar levels, although that's a big part of it. It's also about how fluctuating sugar levels can create inflammation and stress on those delicate nerve endings in your extremities. Imagine those tiny nerves in your feet trying to do their job, sending signals back and forth. When they are constantly bathed in an environment of shifting sugar levels or inflammation, they can become less efficient, irritated, and that irritation can manifest as numbness, tingling, or even pain. Eating a whole large bunch of grapes in one sitting provides a significant sugar load without much fiber to slow absorption compared to other fruits. It's not that grapes are inherently bad fruits. Far from it. But if you're struggling with foot numbness, being mindful of portion size is key. Instead of a large bowl, maybe have a small handful. Or try pairing those grapes with something that has protein or healthy fat, like a few almonds or a slice of cheese. This pairing helps to slow down the sugar absorption, creating a gentler rise and fall in blood sugar, which is much kinder to your nerves. Think of it like giving your body a steady stream of energy rather than a sudden jolt. Making this small adjustment to how you eat grapes, or how many you eat at once, could be a simple step towards reducing that nerve irritation. Now, moving from one small sweet fruit to another, let's consider cherries. Much like grapes, cherries are delicious, packed with antioxidants, and have that lovely burst of sweetness. However, they also fall into the category of fruits that deliver a noticeable amount of natural sugar in a relatively small package. Again, the issue here isn't the cherry itself, but the concentration of sugar and how it impacts your body's internal environment, particularly if your nervous system is already a bit sensitive. Enjoying a few cherries as a snack is likely fine for most people. But imagine sitting down with a large bowl and eating cup after cup. That adds up quickly in terms of sugar intake. This surge in sugar can, as we discussed, contribute to that cycle of inflammation and nerve stress that can exacerbate numbness. For people with conditions like peripheral neuropathy, which directly affects the nerves in the feet and hands, managing blood sugar fluctuations is paramount. Diet plays a huge role in this management, and even seemingly healthy foods like generous portions of high-sugar fruits can work against your efforts to find relief. It's not about deprivation, but about making smart swaps and being aware of how different foods affect you personally. Perhaps you love cherries, but notice that on days you eat a lot of them, Your feet feel more tingly in the evening. That's your body giving you a signal. Listening to those signals is incredibly important as we get older. Instead of a large bowl of cherries, maybe enjoy a small handful, or mix them into a Greek yogurt with some nuts for a more balanced snack that helps stabilize blood sugar. Or choose fruits that are naturally lower in sugar, like berries, which are also fantastic sources of antioxidants. Making these conscious choices around fruits like grapes and cherries isn't about fear. It's about empowerment, giving your body the best chance to feel comfortable and reduce that bothersome numbness. Continuing our look at fruits that might be sneakily contributing to nerve discomfort, let's turn our attention to something more tropical: mangoes. Oh, the sweet, lush taste of a ripe mango is undeniably wonderful. A true taste of paradise. But just like grapes and cherries, mangoes are quite high in natural sugars, specifically fructose and sucrose, and relatively lower in fiber compared to fruits you eat with the skin on. Like apples, though you don't eat mango skin. Eating a whole large mango can provide a significant sugar load in one go. Think about the size of some of those mangoes. It's a substantial fruit, and all that lovely, juicy flesh is packed with readily available sugars. When these sugars enter your system, they can cause a more rapid rise in blood sugar levels compared to eating fruits lower on the glycemic index. This quick spike, and the subsequent potential dip, can be irritating to sensitive nerves, especially in the feet. Numbness and tingling are often symptoms of nerve dysfunction, and anything that creates instability in the environment surrounding those nerves, like fluctuating blood sugar or increased inflammation, can worsen those symptoms. It's like trying to work in a choppy sea versus calm waters. Your nerves prefer the calm. While mangoes do offer valuable vitamins like vitamin C and vitamin A, their high sugar content means they should be approached with a little caution if foot numbness is a real issue for you. This doesn't mean you can never enjoy a mango. The key, as with many things, is moderation and context. Instead of eating a whole large mango, perhaps enjoy half a small one, or cube a small portion and add it to a salad with some protein. Or mix it into a smoothie with leafy greens and a source of healthy fat like avocado or chia seeds. These pairings help to slow down the sugar absorption and make the overall impact on your blood sugar much more gentle. It's about finding ways to enjoy the flavors you love without creating a surge that could exacerbate your symptoms. It's not about eliminating joy from your diet, but about making informed choices that support your well-being and help you feel more comfortable day to day. Next up, another tropical favorite that can pack a sugary punch: pineapple. That tangy, sweet taste is so refreshing, especially in the warmer months. Pineapple contains an enzyme called bromelain, which has some potential health benefits. But like mango, pineapple is also quite high in natural sugars and lower in fiber than many other fruits once it's peeled and cored. A generous serving of pineapple chunks can lead to a rapid increase in blood sugar levels. This rapid increase is what we're trying to avoid when managing nerve discomfort. Imagine the constant subtle stress this puts on your peripheral nerves over time if you're regularly consuming large portions of high-sugar fruits, while your body needs glucose for energy. Too much delivered too quickly can overwhelm the system and contribute to inflammation and nerve irritation. Numbness in the feet can be a sign that the tiny blood vessels supplying those nerves are compromised, or that the nerves themselves are not functioning optimally. Anything that promotes better circulation and reduces inflammation is generally helpful. And managing sugar intake is a cornerstone of this approach. For pineapple, moderation is key. Instead of a large bowl as a standalone snack, try adding a small amount to a savory dish, like a stir-fry with lots of vegetables and lean protein. The fiber and protein in the rest of the meal will help buffer the sugar impact. Or pair a small portion of pineapple with a handful of nuts or seeds. This approach allows you to enjoy the flavor while minimizing the potential for a sugar spike that could bother your feet. Remember, it's about finding balance and making smart choices that work with your body, not against it. Let's not forget a fruit that's a staple for many: the humble banana. Bananas are fantastic sources of potassium and provide quick energy, which is why athletes often love them. However, ripe bananas are also quite high in carbohydrates, which convert to sugar in your body, and have a moderate to high glycemic index, depending on their ripeness. A very ripe banana, especially a large one, can cause a noticeable rise in blood sugar for someone whose nerves are already sensitive. This can sometimes contribute to increased numbness or tingling. It's the speed and magnitude of the sugar surge that can be problematic. While bananas do contain fiber, it's often not enough to completely counteract the sugar load for someone who is particularly sensitive to blood sugar fluctuations affecting their nerves. Again, this isn't about labeling bananas as bad. They are nutritious. But if you're experiencing significant foot numbness, it's worth considering your banana consumption. Maybe instead of a large, very ripe banana as a quick snack, choose a slightly less ripe one which has more resistant starch that acts like fiber and is digested more slowly. Or, as with the other fruits, pair your banana with something that contains protein and fat, like a spoonful of nut butter or Greek yogurt. This slows down the sugar release and makes it much easier on your system and, hopefully, on your feet's nerves. Eating half a banana instead of a whole one could also be a simple adjustment that makes a difference. Small changes can truly add up when it comes to managing chronic symptoms like nerve discomfort. It's all about being mindful and seeing how your body responds. Finally, let's talk about a category of fruit that might seem healthy because it's fruit, but can be one of the biggest culprits for sugar overload: dried fruits. Think about raisins, dried apricots, dried cranberries, dried mango slices, date bars. These are essentially fresh fruits that have had most of their water removed. While this concentrates the nutrients, it also drastically concentrates the natural sugars. A small handful of raisins, for example, contains the sugar equivalent of a much larger portion of fresh grapes. Because they are small and often sticky, it's very easy to eat a large quantity of dried fruit without even realizing it. There's virtually no water content to fill you up, and the fiber per gram might seem higher than fresh fruit. But you're getting a massive dose of sugar per serving. This concentrated sugar enters your bloodstream very quickly because it requires minimal digestion. For someone with sensitive nerves in their feet, this rapid and significant sugar spike is perhaps one of the most potentially irritating dietary factors when it comes to fruit. It's like giving your body a sugar shock. While dried fruits can be useful for quick energy in specific situations. For general snacking, especially if you're dealing with numbness or nerve pain, they can be quite problematic. They are also often added to seemingly healthy snacks like granola bars, trail mix, and cereals, adding hidden sugar that contributes to the overall load. The best approach with dried fruits, if you struggle with foot numbness, is likely to minimize them significantly or avoid them altogether, especially eaten on their own. If you occasionally enjoy a tiny amount, perhaps mix it into a large bowl of unsweetened oatmeal or pair it with a substantial amount of nuts and seeds to help slow down that sugar absorption. Choosing fresh fruit over dried fruit is almost always a better option for managing blood sugar stability and reducing potential nerve irritation. It's a simple swap that can make a notable difference in your overall sugar intake and how your body, including those sensitive nerves in your feet, responds. So, we've explored how certain fruits, while nutritious, can do to their concentrated natural sugars, potentially worsen nerve numbness and tingling in the feet for some seniors. We talked about grapes, cherries, mangoes, pineapple, bananas, and especially dried fruits. The common thread here isn't that these fruits are inherently bad, but that their sugar profile and how quickly that sugar gets into your system can create challenges for a sensitive nervous system, often manifesting as increased numbness or discomfort in the extremities. This isn't about fear or eliminating entire food groups. It's about awareness and making informed choices that support your unique body and its needs as you age. For someone dealing with peripheral neuropathy or just age-related changes in nerve function and circulation, managing blood sugar levels and reducing inflammation through diet can play a significant role in finding relief and improving comfort. It's about focusing on moderation with these specific fruits, being mindful of portion sizes, and considering how you eat them, pairing them with protein or healthy fats to slow down sugar absorption. It's also about exploring delicious and nerve-friendly alternatives that are lower in sugar, like berries, raspberries, blueberries. Strawberries are fantastic. Avocados. Yes, they're a fruit. Lemons and limes, or even less sweet fruits like tomatoes or cucumbers, also technically fruits. Remember, small, consistent changes in your diet can really add up over time. It's about creating a gentle, stable internal environment for your nerves. You don't have to overhaul everything overnight. Start by just being more mindful of the portion sizes of these 6 fruits. Maybe swap out that afternoon snack of dried fruit for a small bowl of mixed berries and a few walnuts. Perhaps, instead of a whole large banana, enjoy half of one, sliced over some plain yogurt. Pay attention to how your body feels in the hours and days after making these changes. You might be surprised at the difference it makes in that persistent numbness or tingling. Taking control of your diet is a powerful step towards feeling more comfortable and enjoying your activities without that distracting discomfort in your feet. You deserve to feel good and move freely. Don't let something as manageable as dietary choices hold you back. Think of this as giving your feet a little extra TLC from the inside out. Your body is incredibly resilient and responsive, and providing it with the right fuel makes a world of difference. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep making those small, positive choices for yourself. I hope this information has been helpful and has given you some new insights into how your diet might be affecting your nerve comfort. Have you noticed certain foods seem to make your foot numbness better or worse? Share your experiences and tips in the comments below. Your insights could help someone else if you found this video useful. Please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more people who could benefit from this information. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel for more tips and advice on living your best, most comfortable life at every age. We're here to help you navigate these years with vitality and well-being. Thank you for watching. And remember, taking small steps each day makes a big difference. Live your best life at every age.